Imagine this. Just built a killer blockchain application. It works great, except that your users are dropping off because they don't have the right token to pay for the gas fees. That friction, it kills adoption. And not only that, even if you have this killer application, it would be nice to have some of the revenue it generates through transactions back to you, right? And that's exactly why the NERO Chain's account abstraction platform was built to fix. In this video, we explore everything you want to know to configure it for your project. How to let users pay with any token or even no token at all, and many more with just a few clicks. Let's get started! With the AA platform, you're not writing smart contract code or custom backend logic. It's all right here in a no-code dashboard. Set your gas strategies, pick your tokens, update rules on the fly, and you're good to go. But here's the thing, when you configure your project through the platform, you're also entering in an off-chain agreement with NERO Foundation. And that means when transactions of your debt happens, a portion of the gas fees will be shared back to you, based on volume your debt generates. Simple configurations and smarter economics. That's the difference of the AA platform. Let's see now how to configure it. To get started, go to the NERO Chain AA platform website. Log in by using your Gmail. On your first login, you will be prompted to create a new team and provide some information. Enter a project name, upload a project photo, and your first and last name. When you hit create, your team will be set. You will choose which network to use between mainnet and testnet. Then click on create API key. You will also be prompted in the MetaMask to deploy the transaction on the network you choose. And that's it! Your team dashboard is now set up with an API key for the selected network. Now this is your project's dashboard. From here, you can manage everything: team members, API key, gas policies, and payment balances. Each team you create will have its own separate configurations and keys. Let's take a closer look into the API key. The AA platform uses API keys to authenticate your dApps requests to NERO Paymaster service. You already have one key from when we created the team. You can create additional keys anytime. For example, one for development, one for production. Now for the fun part, setting up how the gas fees will work for your application. In the policy section, you define who pays the transaction fees and in what form. This is where NERO Chain's account abstraction power shines. First, you can enable token payments for gas. Turning on this option, let your users pay fees using tokens other than native NERO token. For example, you might allow stablecoins like USDC or even your dApp's own token to be used for transaction fees. Selecting tokens is simple. Choose any token you want to accept as gas payment. You can pick from popular tokens or paste a contract address for a custom token. Let's say USDC has a gas token option. Platform will handle the conversion rates behind the scenes, so if a user pays in USDC, it knows how to convert that to cover the network fee. Select a token, click Save. Next, decide on the payment strategy. NERO Chain offers three flexible modes. Free gas, you, the developer, cover all the gas costs for the user. It's great for onboarding new users or special promotions since your users won't need to worry about the fees at all. ERC20 Prepay. Users pay the estimated gas fee in your chosen token upfront before the transaction runs. If the actual cost turns out to be less, they will get a refund of the difference. This guarantees the fee is covered ahead of time. RC20 post-pay. Users pay the fee in tokens after the transaction executes. They pre-approve the token spend, and then they are charged exactly what the transaction used. This offers a bit smoother user experience. You have full control. Choose whichever strategy fits your app. For example, if you want to completely remove friction, go to free gas. If you want to prefer users always contribute to the fees, choose prepay or postpay. What if you want to cover the gas fees, but only up to a point? The AA platform lets you set limits or discounts per user. For instance, you could say, I will pay the first 5 transactions for each new user, up to $10 worth of gas per week. In the dashboard, you can toggle discounts per address and input your limits, how many transactions and how much value will you sponsor for each user per day, per week, per month. This is perfect for onboarding incentives or loyalty rewards without breaking the bank. You can even set a global gas sponsorship offer that applies to everyone by default. It works similarly, for example, covering up a certain amount of gas for every user on the platform. Essentially, these tools let you fine-tune how generous you want to be, with fee coverage on a per user or global basis. For advanced use cases, there is also a specify callback option. This allows you to define a custom logic via an on-chain contract address or backend to decide in real time whether to sponsor a given transaction. In simple terms, you could plug your own rules, for example, only sponsor fees if a certain conditions in your app are met. This is an advanced feature, completely optional but very powerful. Your gas payment policies is now active. You've programmed how your dApp will handle transaction fees without writing a single line of smart contract code, only through this dashboard. Next, let's manage funding. Since our paymaster actually uses NERO tokens behind the scenes to pay the network, we need to make sure it has enough NERO for the gas it will spend. On the dashboard, you'll see the balance overview. This shows remaining requests, how many transactions your paymaster can process with your current plan or quota. NERO balance, the amount of NERO, the native chain token currently loaded in your paymaster account to pay for the gas. And below, a token balance table. This will list any token that your users have paid with. For example, if user starts paying gas in USDC, you will see your accumulated USDC funds here. To add funds, just click Add next to the NERO balance and enter the amount of NERO tokens you want to deposit and confirm the transaction in your wallet. This funds your paymaster. Think of it like filling up your gas tank. Now it can cover the fees as per your policy. After the moment, your new NERO balance will show up. As users start using your app under these settings, you will notice the token balance is updating. If someone pays gas in USDC, your USDC balance here will increase accordingly. These are fees your users paid, which you as a developer can later withdraw or use. Withdrawing funds is straightforward. Click the withdraw icon. Specify how much of a token you want to retrieve and confirm. This lets you pull out the collected tokens or even reclaim unused NERO if you want. Keep an eye on the remaining request count. If that number ever reaches 0, it means your paymaster service won't process new transactions until it is increased, even if you have tokens left. This is just a usage quota safeguard. In normal cases, you won't hit this limit quickly, but it's good to know. Alright, we have configured your gas policies and funded your account. The dashboard will be your go-to place to configure everything. Now, the last step is linking this to your actual dApp. With everything configured in the AA platform, using it in your application is easy. You just need to tell your dApp backend or client to use your NERO Chain paymaster with your API key. For example, here's a simple code snippet on NERO's SDK. And many more examples can be found in our documentation website. Depending how you design your application, you can make gas totally disappear from your user perspective, like this one. And this is it. In just a few minutes and a few clicks, we configured a powerful account abstraction for your dApp using the AA platform of NERO Chain. Try the AA platform yourself, open testnet and experiment with this feature. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!